I'm Ashley Dvorkin with your Fox 411 RottenTomatoes.com weekend box office preview. Joined by Matt Atchity, editor-in-chief of RottenTomatoes.com in LA. Great to see you as always, Matt.
Great to see you.
So let's get started with the highly anticipated epic scale franchise finale, The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. So Matt, tell us about Peter Jackson's latest and where it ranks on the Tomatometer.
Yeah, this is the final chapter in the Hobbit series, the third movie based on a very slim book that is smaller than any of the particular chapters of Lord of the Rings. A lot of critics had questioned why this needed to be 3 movies, and I think the Tomatometer kind of reflects that. It's only about 61% right now, or 62%. Not an overwhelming success. The critics, I think, are a little anticipating that this is finally going to be over. This is a movie that has a lot of action. It is kind of the final battle scenes from the book, but not a lot of story that really drives it. That's where the critics are coming down on this. It looks fine. It's a decent enough movie, but I think people and a lot of critics kind of have the attitude of enough already.
Sure. However, the box office, what do you predict?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is going to be #1 at the box office.
Yeah, built-in fan base there. So next, another franchise continuation as the family-friendly Night at the Museum resumes with a Part 3, Secret of the Tomb. So go for it, Matt. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this one finds Ben Stiller kind of the creative director of the New York Museum that he was originally a security guard at. They've made a show out of these displays coming to life, and something goes disastrously wrong because it turns out the tablet that powers all of the magic is kind of losing its magic. So Ben Stiller has to go to England to find the original pharaoh that came up with this tablet. This is an adventure that does take them to England. We have a lot of the same cast members and characters returning from earlier films, including the late Robin Williams. This is one of his final movie appearances. Critics are split on this one. They say that it's fine. You kind of get exactly what you expect here. There's not a lot of new jokes, and it's not really bringing anything new to the table. So it's only in the low 50s on the Tomatometer, about 52% right now.
Okay, well, an option for the kids. And a remake of a classic is also another option for the whole family. Tell us what the critics are saying about the new film version of Annie.
Yeah, the critics are really not happy with this one, Ashley. This is, as you mentioned, a remake of the older film, which is based off the Broadway musical, which is based off of the old comic strip. This finds an updated version of Annie. Instead of Daddy Warbucks, we've got a guy named Stax, played by Jamie Foxx. Quvenzhané Wallis, who people might have recognized from Beasts of the Southern Wild, is playing the title character. This is the musical. We do have a lot of the same musical numbers, although they kind of update them in this. The critics really don't like it very much, though. They don't like the updates to the songs. They say that the singing's not very great. The story, where it changes from the original, doesn't do very well. So it's only a lowly 20 on the Tomatometer right now. Not a particularly good showing from the critics.
All right, well, there you go. Those are the big films that are in theaters this week. And now it's time for a Rotten Tomatoes Roadshow, a look at how past films have done on the Tomatometer. And this week, we're taking our cue from Night at the Museum star Ben Stiller with a look at past Ben Stiller films, starting with the Les Grossman-led, just kidding, the action comedy Tropic Thunder. So tell us about that one, Matt.
Tropic Thunder is a great spoof of the movie-making process. Ben Stiller plays an action hero who is put together kind of a superstar cast in the universe of this movie. I'll tell you, Tom Cruise really steals this movie.
There's my Les Grossman reference.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matthew McConaughey is also very funny in this. Great movie. Critics really like it. Definitely worth watching again.
So there you go. And then next, a film which kicked off yet another franchise for Stiller, co-starring, of course, Robert De Niro. Matt, how did Meet the Parents do on the Tomatometer?
Yeah, Meet the Parents is one of the first times that we really saw, or one of the early times that we saw Robert De Niro really kind of embracing his new role as a comedy figure. Critics like this movie, 84%. He plays the intimidating father of the woman that Ben Stiller is engaged to. Ben Stiller kind of continues to lie about his background to kind of impress his new his father-in-law to be, and things go south pretty fast. This is a funny movie, and the critics like it. It's certified fresh at 84%.
And finally, the film that gave us blue steel and really, really ridiculously good-looking ambi-turners, Zoolander. So remind us about this constantly quoted, or at least I always quote it, film.
Yeah, this is a movie that was directed by Ben Stiller himself. Takes his Derek Zoolander character to the big screen. We've seen him in some sketches before, but this is a full movie that, you know, ends up with an assassination plot involving male models. This movie kind of gets funnier as time goes by. Critics are a little low on this one. As Derek would probably say himself, what's this, a Tomatometer for ants? But it's 64% on the Tomatometer. A very funny movie, endlessly quotable, and a really good time sitting and watching this one.
Yeah, and over time kind of built an audience, so curious if you heard anything on a sequel for that one.
I'd love to see that happen. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that there would be a built-in audience for this.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much, Matt, for all of the above. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And for more on these films and this week's new movies, check out RottenTomatoes.com. Also see Fox411.com for our movie previews and cast interviews. Thanks for watching. For Fox 411, I'm Ashley Dvorkin.